third of the wall was covered with a collage of pictures I cut out of 17 and Mademoiselle. Happy, hair-swinging, brightly dressed American-looking girls, blue-eyed and alive, moving. They spun around the room. One kicked through a puddle, splashing toward me. Another jumped. Her hair sprang out like tentacles. Unlike my mother's mannequins, who were stiffs, these models were alive and breathing. On the other hand, I was inflexible and dark, eyes half closed in a living world, a pose of prayer. I did not beseech them, or even believe they saw me. I was not the kind of girl they would be friends with. I was frozen and afraid. Would the doctor make me walk? Would he bend the unbendable parts of me, the frozen statue of me, turning me from mannequin to girl? Maybe a girl who could run and play volleyball, who could jump from the landing to the bottom of the stairs, who never tripped on the jump rope. I could see my mother giving in. Her mother is dying in the hospital already, and me lying here. Her meanness was gone. She was quiet in the face. A doctor comes in, and it's not Dr. Peters. Dr. Green was a large man in stature, but when he sat on the bed, he curled small and very close. A mixture of cigarettes and soap rose from his jacket. He held my hand while he checked my legs. Then he placed a stethoscope inside my shirt. My chest shrunk away from him. The metal rested on a swallowed bird. He nodded. "Can you sit up?" I shook my head and bit my lower lip. "Let's try." He placed a hand behind my back and leveraged me forward. He slipped the instrument up my shirt and asked me to breathe deeply. He lowered me and pulled the covers up above my chest. "Now you rest here." Dr. Green and my mother left the room. Although I couldn't hear their conversation, for the first time I felt safe. The models' faces were plastered around me, their smiles, their fine hair were nothing like saints. They were beyond holiness. One model in high white boots grimaced at a green umbrella, but it was not raining. Selma came in and sat beside me. "You're sick for real. You've always been sick. Dr. Peters was wrong." Would they tell me? My ears strained toward the door, hoping their conversation would filter through just like light at night, like the deep tones of the radio when Brother John commented on loving the earth. But I couldn't make a word out. Mother came behind Selma. "Honey," she leaned over me, placed her hand on my forehead. "You have to go to the hospital." I blurred. Not just my eyes, everything. My mouth, my mind, my sinking body. Tears rushed to my eyes, flooded them. I couldn't see her anymore, or Selma, or the faces in the room. The doctor heard a heart murmur. "He thinks you have rheumatic fever." She smoothed my hair. "But we're going to take care of it." My body slowed down and time sped up, as if everything was happening at once, and I couldn't stop the forces from moving forward. Selma was crying too. She and Mother started to put my clothes into a small blue suitcase. How bad, I wondered. What did the doctor say? Maybe none of it was true. I grabbed my mother's arm and I hung on. I couldn't talk, but I was sure it was growing pains, just like Dr. Peters said. I always got better, found new energy in my legs. Could I take it all back like it never happened, pop out of bed, run through the house, up and down the landing? I tried moving my muscles, lifting my leg, dropping my feet to the floor. No, they refused to move. I couldn't even clench the muscles. Would I be like the kids in the polio posters leaning forwards with their legs in braces as they tried to walk? It began inside the body, a sharing of fluids, air, heartbeats. It began in the gushy somersaults of the pre-birth shelter. What one body could give another, eyes recessed and searching, nose that curved slightly, an unsure walk, an entry into the world loose and drifting in the January snows that blew in the crisp shaft of midday. Body and memory, speech and secrets, dreams and beliefs tickling through the system, a slow IV dripping blue circumstance, all in a stream carrying particles of life, moving along, creating a sweet murmur. They would take me to the same hospital as Siti, who shared a heart with Mother. Maybe put me in bed next to her like I was before. I would be able to overhear her moans and prayers. Mother unclenched the radio from my grasp and placed it on the shelf. I didn't need music. I had a heart murmur. The murmur inside my chest, in my heart, like it had something to say to me that I couldn't quite take hold of. What was it murmuring, I wondered? This heart given to me by my mother whose own heart floated in a massive sea that had to be drained out of her. My heart was whispering to me. I must listen to it very carefully. Mother wrapped a rosary around my hand. Why don't you pray while we take you to the hospital? The beads mingled with my fingers, and I let it drop onto my wrist like a bracelet. Selma's eyes were swollen with tears. You're going to be okay. I agreed, I thought, but it was not really up to me. It was all up to this heart and what it had to say. Thank you.